Black stars will say, yeah, yeah, yeah. Black stars, oh, yeah. Black stars, oh, yeah, yeah. Today is Wednesday, the eve of the day that the Black Stars will play their first match in Qatar against Portugal. I'm sure by the time you see this video, the match would have ended, but I'm here in full support of my team. So know that I'm a full-blooded Ghanaian who supports the Black Stars fully. Today, we'll be reading another book to you. But before we get into the book, I would like to say a very big welcome to you. Welcome to Papa-Norr Story Time. My name is Papa-Norr. If you're new to this channel, I would like to encourage you to click on the notification button, subscribe, and like it. Watch the video, like it, subscribe to it, and click on that notification button. Thank you very much for doing that. So today, the book we're reading is The Chewing Stick. The title is The Chewing Stick by Hannah Adomako. The Chewing Stick. I trust you're enjoying all the books we're reading so far, especially the Adventures of Naughty Coffee, which we just finished. So today we're starting a new book, and the title is The Chewing Stick by Hannah Adomako. Okay, so let's get into the story and find out what this chewing stick is all about. The Kuranta twins have won a scholarship to Germany for a whole year. Everyone loves them. But there is something that is drawing much attention, and the twins are a little embarrassed to share their secret. Can you guess what it is? Come along with me. Abena Ata and Kobana Ata, the twins of Kuranta village, were 14 years old. In their village school, they had participated in competition and had taken first and second place. The prize was a trip abroad as exchange students. They were to attend school in a small town in Germany for a whole year. Soon, the day of departure arrived. The twins were to board an airplane at the Kotoka International Airport in Accra. The whole class and their teacher, as well as their parents, had come to the airport to see them off and say goodbye. Morning nantie. Morning nantio. Morning nantie. Mumba bayo. Mumba bayo. Morning nantio. Morning nantie. Mumba bay, said their parents to their son and daughter. Abena and Kwabena had never been to the airport, let alone on an airplane. They were thrilled to be flying over the clouds all the way from Ghana to that faraway place called Aburuchiri. After several hours, they landed in Düsseldorf, a large city in Germany, where they were met by their host family. Their host family's children were also in the school that the twins were going to attend. After about an hour's drive, they finally got to the small town, which was going to be their home for the next 1 year. The next day, Abena and Kobana were welcomed with cheers by the students and staff at their new school. Both children settled down quickly in their new surroundings. Even though they found some things rather strange, they soon became quite popular because of their polite attitude towards all. Their teachers and fellow students were impressed because they took their studies seriously and had quickly picked up the German language. Everyone in the class wanted to be friends with the twins. Often, Abena and Kobana were invited to the homes of their classmates, where they made an equally good impression. The twins' polite behavior did not change while they were abroad, and they never forgot the advice that their parents and elders had given them before they left home. Whenever necessary, they would remind each other, "Don't forget what Father said. We are ambassadors of our country, and Nyankopong is watching over us here, as he was watching over us at home." To wit, don't forget that God is watching over us here in Aburuchiri, abroad. Aburuchiri means abroad, just as he was watching over us back home. So they remembered the advice their parents and elders gave to them, that they ought to be of good behavior wherever they are, especially in Germany, far away Germany, away from the village. There was something else that people liked about the twins, and that was their lovely smiles. Whenever they smiled, they displayed a set of beautiful teeth of such perfect whiteness that people always made admiring comments. Whenever the twins smiled, their eyes lit up too, creating a picture-perfect happiness. The perfection of the twins' teeth was in fact the cause of many conversations. They were often asked about their secret and what kind of dentist they had back home. Rather shyly, Abana and Kwabena then admitted that there was no such thing as a dentist in their little village back home. In fact, they were embarrassed that they didn't really know what a dentist was. They explained that they cleaned their white teeth with a chewing stick and thought surely that was quite similar to the brushes that people used abroad. Their classmates just assumed that chewing stick was the Ghanaian word for toothbrush. Their classmates assumed that chewing stick was the Ghanaian word for toothbrush. They were asked about their teeth so often that eventually, whenever the topic of their teeth came up, Aban and Kobana just smiled shyly and tried to avoid or change the subject. A few months later, a dentist from the local health department visited the school for a routine examination of the pupils' teeth. And this is quite common in many schools outside of Ghana and outside of Africa. I've attended schools outside of Ghana where periodically health workers will come to the school, check your eyes, your hearing, your teeth, your blood pressure, many other things. Unfortunately, in Africa, we don't have it in that manner. So a few months later, a dentist from the local health department visited the school for a routine examination of the people's teeth. Although the twins were rather apprehensive, soon enough, they too had to take their place in the dentist's seat and have him look into their mouth, and then the questions started all over again. The dentists wanted to know all sorts of things. What toothpaste had they used at home? What type of toothbrush did they use? When was the last time they had seen a dentist? He wanted to know how often they brushed their teeth, whether before or after their meals. He could see that they didn't eat sweets. Once again, Abana and Kokana were rather embarrassed, and with their eyes downcast, they looked at each other. Then Abna blurted out, "Mr. Dentist, in the village we come from, we don't use this thing you call toothpaste. Nor do we use a toothbrush on our teeth. Everyone at home uses a chewing stick. Children are taught how to use it as soon as they have teeth. We use the stick first thing in the morning after getting up, even before we speak to anyone. And we do this every day of our lives. Back home, we don't have or know a dentist because we don't need one. So, I'm sorry, Mr. Dentist. That is how it is at home." The dentist had been right about the sweets, of course, because the only sweets they knew at home were mangoes, bananas, oranges, sugarcane, and berries, with names known in English as well. A few days later, after he had examined all the children at school, the dentist gave a lecture and instructions on proper dental hygiene. At the end of his speech, he invited Abana and Kwabena to join him in the front of the class. He had already asked them the day before to bring the chewing sticks. The twins then showed the sticks to the class and told them that the little sticks came from a particular tree in Ghana. He then explained how the branches of the tree were cut and shaped into sticks. The whole school learned that in Kuranta, where the twins came from, everyone used sticks like these to clean their teeth, and no one had ever been to see a dentist. The chewing sticks that the twins had brought to show made the rounds, and everyone marveled that a stick could be better than a toothbrush, of course. Can you imagine, dear readers, that Abena and Kobena won another contest after this? They won the prize for the best kept teeth. They won the prize for the best kept set of teeth, not only in the class, but in the whole school. This time, the prizes were an encyclopedia set in English and Germany, and a thick volume entitled Introduction to Basic Sciences. After the year was up, the twins returned to their village with lots of stories to tell. Stories to tell their friends, families, and classmates about their stay in Abuche. Abuche simply means abroad. What occurred after the twins returned is another long story. But I'll divulge at least this much. The twins of Kuranta grew up to become doctors of the sciences. They continued to live in Kuranta and helped to bring some important changes to their beloved village. Today, Kuranta has a secondary school, a hospital, which includes a dental clinic. There is a village park where great shady trees grow and beautiful flowers scent the air. The banks of the river, which flows through the village, are lined with large branches where the young and old sit to relax and share stories. There's no galamsey there, I'm sure. The most narrated story is the one about how the parents of Abena and Kobena saved the forest and Kuranta became the most beautiful twin village. In spite of the progress that came to Kuranta, most of the village people still use the good old chewing stick, in addition to modern toothpaste and toothbrushes, thus joining old habits with new ones. With the passage of time, some customs have been forgotten and totally replaced with new ones, while others have been adopted to suit modern times. Some of these are good, some are bad. This is the way of the world, Mofra. It is up to us to save what is worth saving in our culture and to adopt only the modern ideas that are beneficial to our society. The end. So there we have it. We come to the end of another book reading, The Chewing Stick by Hannah Adomako. And the information will be at the bottom of the screen telling you where you can buy the books and own copies. So we learn from this book that it is important to adopt our good cultures and assess others that we think are not too good, and we can set them aside, especially this custom of chewing stick early in the morning. Growing up, we chewed sponge, we chewed the stick. It kept our teeth very white and healthy. But today, modernity, we have all dumped the chewing stick and we use fluoride-infested toothpaste and toothbrushes. And though it is good, sometimes I yearn for the days of the chewing stick. It has chemical ingredients that keep away bacteria and maintains our teeth very healthy. Anyway, thank you very much for listening to another story in Papa-Norr Story Time. If you're new to this channel, I would like to encourage you to watch the video, like it, subscribe, and click on that notification button so that anytime we upload new videos, you will see it. And if you're a returning subscriber, a returning viewer, please share the video with friends and family. Thank you very much for making this project a success so far. We're getting a lot of very good reviews, all based down to your support of this channel. Thank you very much. My name once again is Papa-Norr. See you in the next reading.